Hi, welcome back to Not Your Mom's True Crime. I'm Alan.
And I'm Jasmine. Glad to see you back. So, today we are going to give you an update on the Brian Laundrie case and our opinions on everything that has come out. Because, man, have we got a lot. A lot of opinions and a lot of questions.
Yep, absolutely.
Absolutely. So, just to give you a little bit of backup, we're not going to review the whole case. If you clicked on this video, you probably already know what's been going on. I'm not going to make you sit through that. So, yesterday, the Laundries went to the forest.
The reserve.
The
Florida
reserve.
Reserve.
I was trying to remember what it was called. They went to the Florida Reserve and they met the FBI there yesterday morning, and they wanted to search. Okay, so I think this is really weird. The reserve has been closed to the public up until this week. They just opened it to the public.
Yep.
And so I guess the night before, their lawyer had contacted the FBI.
The Laundrie's lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Contacted the FBI.
Told them they wanted to go search. So all of a sudden, after being 0% helpful this entire time, now they want to go search.
Yeah, the parents.
Okay.
0 helpful.
Now, also to note, to be fair, their lawyer did an interview, and he said that they told the police about the spot that they found everything that they found the very first day that they talked to them.
Very first day, the Laundries told the FBI and the police where these trails were. So that's very important. You know, they didn't just take them out there as of yesterday. So, you know, there's a lot of people that are saying, oh, you know, all of a sudden, but they actually knew, you know, about these trails, but they have been underwater. Mm-hmm. So for the whole period of the time, they've been underwater. And that's really why they're saying why they haven't looked there.
Yeah. And they also said that they didn't get involved because they wanted to not, you know, implicate anything. They didn't want to be involved, but also they believed that the police could find him. They had given him the information that they knew, and they thought that the police would be able to find him. Now they've realized that they weren't going to be able to, and the park's open, so they went. So that's what they've said.
That's where they're standing. They're saying, hey, it's open. Obviously, you can't go, even though it's open out to the public, you still can't go without notifying the FBI that you're going out there. So they had to notify the FBI regardless if they were going to go out there by themselves or with them. They still had to notify them. So that's how we got to that point of them being escorted out there and searching with the FBI.
I think they just met them. Did they escort them?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they escorted them. They went with them.
Hmm. Anyway, so they go down there and they're walking around looking at the trails. And it says over and over, briefly. They were briefly there searching. While they're searching...
Briefly. Like 20 minutes, briefly.
Briefly. So while they're searching, the dad finds a dry bag. And that's basically like a bag that you put your stuff in when you're in the swamp and you don't want it to get wet.
Yeah, so you had a backpack, had a notebook.
And some clothes.
Brief walk. It was literally 45 minutes. I heard this a little bit ago. It's 45 minutes from the entrance of that park. 45
Wow.
minutes.
That is mind blowing. The dad finds it like very quickly. So he finds it. He picks it up barehanded, no gloves.
That's walking too. 45 minutes walking,
Yeah.
and they've been on ATVs. So you're talking about cut that in half.
20 minutes.
20 minutes.
So the dad finds the bag. He picks it up barehanded, carries it, turns it into the police. The police FBI agent takes it barehanded. Nobody's using gloves or anything like that, right? You can see it. There's pictures of it.
Oh, pictures all over the internet.
It's shocking.
That's actual facts.
People are having a fit. And then I guess right after that, one of the other agents discovered remains. That's all that was released. Remains. We didn't know what that meant. Then they came out and said that it was bones.
So then people were like, leg bones, arm bone,
Did
head
he cut
bone,
off a leg
hand bone.
and flee? Like, you know, what's going on
And
here?
now we have that it's been confirmed dental records. So
Yes.
that definitely indicates they found a skull. At least we
Yes.
definitely know they found a skull. They probably found the body, right?
Probably.
They probably found the body. It was probably chewed up, spit out by some alligators. Who knows? But they did say had been underwater for some period of time.
The area that it was found had been underwater up until recently, and so they had difficulty searching it. They're saying that these swamps are like as high up to like a man's chest, so it's not easy. There's animals, all sorts of stuff. So interesting. I heard some people saying like how did he find the bag so quick? And it's weird that he would walk in and know right where to look. Well, my opinion on that, I grew up in the woods, so like when you grow up in the woods, you know what the woods look like you know where you are and what's around you. And apparently his family went there pretty frequently because they knew the trails that he frequented. So whenever they went in there, if I went like to the where I used to live and went into those woods and I was looking for one of my family members, I know certain spots that I would immediately check. I know where we would typically stash our stuff. So I mean, to me, I didn't find that strange at all. What I do find strange is that they want to go look and they find it, and the FBI's been looking there for over a month and they can't find anything.
Yeah, that's what I find really strange.
It's like, what? They had dogs. Like,
why that is where you're going to get into your debate at, right? So they've been out there for at least a month. Mm-hmm. Dog's been out there. Drone's been out there. Dog has been out there. I've seen videos of dog up to his chest, up to his head,
Dog,
in the
bounty
swamp.
hunter.
He's been on the watercraft. He's been all over that place, plus everywhere else.
And nobody found him. After all that publicity, the true crime experts on YouTube, on TikTok, wherever. It's pretty wild.
It's phenomenally wild. So this is where the debate gets, right? So, number one, was it planted?
A lot of people saying,
was it planted?
Maybe the dad planted it because he found it by himself.
Maybe they planted it. Is it real? Is it fake? Can they identify more than just dental records? Mm-hmm. There's just a lot of speculation.
A lot. So now my biggest thing, the first thing that pops into my head whenever I heard this was, did he leave a note? Because there's a notebook, they said.
They said they're not releasing what's in the notebook. They're not releasing any of the items from what was in the backpack.
He better have left
Other
a
than
note.
The notebook.
He better have left something, because if he literally just unalived himself and tells no one what happened to Gabby, doesn't give her family any type of closure, nothing like that, he's just gonna check out like that. That is like the biggest
slap in the face.
Man, he's a coward. That is a coward to do something that, if he did that, we don't know, because no one's been.
The other conspiracy is, people's lives are a lot like movies. They make movies because people live those lives. Mm-hmm. So, how do we know that he wasn't hunted down and killed? We don't know.
We don't know.
There's
Maybe
still a
someone
lot
else
to come
found
out.
him.
Now, again, these are all theories and things like that. People say, well, maybe he witnessed something. Maybe and obviously, him and Gabby did not have your typical conventional relationship.
So another interesting thing that I did hear, one of the Brian Laundrie's mom's friends or neighbors came out, and she did an interview. She said that Brian's mom told her that their relationship was highly toxic, and basically like implying that Gabby was really, really difficult to deal with, or high maintenance, or that she like didn't do anything. She's very insulting, said very insulting things about Gabby, which people got very upset about because disrespecting the dead, all that. But at the same time, those facts are pertinent to the case. It's curious to hear different people's sides.
We need to know all the facts. We need to know if they had troubles in their relationship, if they didn't have troubles in their relationship. Everybody has their own crazy. So we really just need to hear all of the facts.
Yeah. So I hope he left a note. I hope he did something, or I hope his parents come clean and tell if they know.
Obviously, now, there's not going to be any really justice for Gabby now.
Unless he left a note.
He left a note.
Something.
And it's, telling the story or whatever. But I think we need to start a hashtag that says closure for Gabby.
Closure for Gabby.
Because at this point, all we can hope for is whatever they find out or whatever's left over, that it gives the family closure.
You nailed it, babe.
Both families.
Yeah, because no matter which way you look at
you're still losing a son. That really sucks,
And everyone who's casting all this judgment has to really take a look at everything too, and think about if they were in that situation and their child came to them. You don't know what he told them, You don't know how he represented himself, the relationship, what lies he fed them. You don't know. And so if he came to them in distress saying he's in trouble, I mean, most of us would not throw our child under the bus like that. We would be silent and wait to see what
True.
happened.
We don't know if he was deceiving his parents. We don't know if he told his parents anything. They could have been completely clueless. We just don't know. I know that there's not been any statements put out that would just nail that they knew something happened, right? So he may have kept all that secret. He may have just had one last outing with them and then took off. And they might just be just as confused as the rest of us.
I'm sure that they are to a degree, because I do not believe that they would care so much about their son that they would not be upfront about what's happening, or not, they would remain silent, but they don't care enough to be concerned and like they're going to let him go off into the woods to do that and never come back. The two people I don't think that they knew what he was going to do when he left.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
It is.
But closure for Gabby.
Closure for Gabby.
Hashtag closure for Gabby. Hashtag not your mom's true crime.
Let us know what you think down in the comments.
Let us know what your theories are, what you think. Don't take us for, don't let us put any ideas in your head or anything, but we want to hear what you guys are thinking and what you guys feel and all of it.
Yeah.
So we can, develop our opinion as well. We're all hearing this through YouTube or the news or whatever. So we're all hearing all different sides of the story. Mm-hmm. Maybe you guys have heard something that we haven't heard different.
Yeah. Tell us about it. Speculate with us.
Absolutely. So
let us know.
Engage.
So we hope you enjoyed this episode. We'll see you next time on Not Your Mom's True Crime.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.